Harvey's has King's Hawaiian sliders. King's Hawaiian rolls are really good. They seem to be going up. I mean, obviously, almost everything goes up in price over time. I mean, but King's Hawaiian rolls, we usually only get because they're expensive, right? So we get them for like Thanksgiving and for Christmas dinners, and they seem to go up every year. Like 12 rolls now is like $4. Food, it's 12:13 a.m. So I'm hungry. And what do you do when you're hungry? You just talk about food to make yourself more hungry. I got kicked in the face. I like Chick-fil-A. I haven't been in a long time though.
Atoi! This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poison? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Here's dirty face. We're gonna go with the charisma because I mean we have maxed out charisma. We might as well use it.
Listen, all the clues lead to you, but it may simply have been an accident. How about you tell me exactly what happened?
It wasn't really an accident, but we did not want to kill them either.
Then tell me how it happened.
We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an andrig killed by a venomous dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will
The
not
White Tree of Gondor.
But from now on, you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You are the
On the
instruments
face.
of a hateful old man's vengeance. And I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigido elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his anger, but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Corsillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict without violence.
Sweet mustache pizza. Do you like me some mustache pizza? Mustache pizza. Thank you for the subscription. Chick-fil-A is the best, Randall. I really like it. We haven't gone, man. I don't think I've been in Chick-fil-A in like a year, and there's one like right down the road from me. But I really like the spicy chicken sandwich. I could probably eat spicy chicken sandwich with their... You know what I really like is Chick-fil-A sauce. My goodness. Use their waffle fries like a spoon for Chick-fil-A sauce. Each little cup of Chick-fil-A sauce is like 180 calories or something. I end up eating like 8 of those when we're there. Yeah, it's weird. It's been a sweet night for subs. It's crazy. Sweet artichoke, approve this message. Pepper jack cheese. Yeah, I know, it's so good. Have you tried? So we used to do their calendar thing, right? And you would get one free thing from them a month if you bought their calendar, and the calendar was only like $8, so it was a no-brainer when we used to go there a lot. And so on one of the calendars months, you ended up getting their like tortilla soup, and I wasn't expecting much at all, but man, it's kind of crazy because it's the best tortilla soup I've ever had. Like better than homemade tortilla soup, better than any other restaurant tortilla soup that I've had. I was super surprised. Try their tortilla soup. Yeah, it's good. Something like a cow calendar? Yes, kinda. Sweet artichoke. Man, that's fast. How do you make these names? Sweet artichoke. Thank you for the follow. Thanks, artichoke. Saw it hold up in the mail. I don't know, actually. Probably, Rakes. I mean, they gotta ship them there, right? Chicken blessed by the Lord. It's God's chicken. I'm gonna try the soup. It's good, yeah. Yeah, it is absolutely better than regular restaurant soup. Yeah, it's good. I was really surprised by it. I only got it because it was free that month on the calendar, and I was like, this might be my new favorite Chick-fil-A thing. Why am I talking to you? I don't want to talk to you. Whoops. Blessed chicken. It is really, really good, though.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Sweet artichoke. Is there a way up in here? Artichoke. Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the stream and welcome to the sub club. If we get a round of love and sandwiches to artichoke, that'd be amazing. Thank you, artichoke. Why can't I interact with this quest thing?
He will join us or die, Master.
Artichoke. Randall, thank you for the gift sub to Tiger. 125 total gift subs. Why can't I interact with this? Randall, thank you for the gift sub. Guys, you know, you have an obligation. Love and sandwiches to Randall. If you're a sub, you're obligated to post love and sandwiches. Tiger, welcome to the sub club. You can use all the emotes now for a month. And you don't get ads on the channel anymore. Thank you, Randall. The gift sub absolutely helps us out also. Wait, I don't... Where is this person? Love and sandwiches. Upper floor. Is there another upper floor? Oh, there is, isn't there? Yeah, I think, yep. Here it is. I completely forgot this had a third level. Hello, sir.
Sir de Corsilion.
Desade, my young student, what can I do for you?
Eggplants out for sweet eggplants.
I found some notes which were lost by Professor Seraphedin. His expedition was far from easy.
Investigating such gigantic creatures is bound to be perilous.
Our community
This research is
grows.
fascinating. It must have taken a formidable amount of courage to pursue it. But some sheets are missing. Keep an eye out for them, would you? Maybe you can find them. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Sweet Chick-fil-A. Thank you for the follow. Chick-fil-A. Let me know if you want to do a sponsorship. I would absolutely.
The mission you entrusted me with has made great progress.
Very well. Let's see. Good. You have traveled great distances, and the Terra Incognita will soon be but a distant memory. Keep doing what you're doing, Desade. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Yeah, I don't know, Matt. His face starts quarter of the way down his face. His forehead had nothing going on.
I have come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigidor. They want to be able to access a clearing, exploited by our woodcutters, to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them, and are refusing to let the natives enter
Our
it.
modest
The site was
fellowship
supposedly
expands.
ceded to them several
Praise
months
the
ago.
sub.
But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor.
Sweet
Once more,
Chick-fil-A.
you've been a great help.
Chick-fil-A. Thank you for the subscription.
Still prove himself useful?
Thank you, Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna use your sub money to buy a couple of nuggets from Chick-fil-A. Maybe. But thank you, really. We've already talked to him about this stuff, right? Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilio.
No, it's not every night. Yeah, it's random. I think this is the this is like the third time it's happened, Reezy, and you just happen to be here every time. Yeah, not every night. Here all 3 times. I thought so. Sweet eggplant. Eggplant. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, eggplant. Lobster balls. Chickens even have nuggets. So, in the game World of Warcraft, the characters all have jokes, right? And one of the jokes that's been in it from the beginning, I don't know if it's still in it now. Find the documents in the archives. Lower floor. The female gnome character, one of their jokes says something about her trying to... she keeps trying to find the nuggets on a chicken. She doesn't know where they are. Nuggets, buy us... Chick-fil-A sauce, profit. I know, man. That's what I'm saying. I basically use Chick-fil-A food as spoons for Chick-fil-A sauce. Absolutely. It's so good. Also, some of you guys might not know, but there is a website you can go to, Copycat Recipes. I don't know the exact address, probably something like that. But you can find a copycat recipe to make some things at home. And they're usually really similar. They're not exact, but my wife and I used a Chick-fil-A sauce copycat recipe, and it turned out pretty close. It was very good. Send yourself. White meat. Property deed of the logging expedition. Following negotiations between Chief Dunkus and Governor de Morange over lands in the Quinvar region, it was hereby decided that the negotiated lands would henceforth be the sole and exclusive property of the merchant congregation for the purpose of carrying out a logging activity. Access to this area is now restricted to members of the congregation. So, property of the merchant congregation. Found it? Yeah, there we go. Copycat with a K.com Chick-fil-A sauce. It turned out really good. Not as good as Chick-fil-A sauce. It's definitely different, but it's pretty close. And it was good enough. Sweet eggplant. Eggplant parmesan. Do you know I've never had eggplant parmesan? I don't know how any of you would know that, unless my wife is listening. But, sweet eggplant, thank you for the subscription. Love and eggplant parmesan sandwiches. Sweet eggplant. Economy Simulator 2020. Yeah, a little bit. It's sort of like a honey mustard. I don't know. Yeah, they'll give you as much sauce as you want too. Referring to the CFA Asian dipping sauce? No. I was just talking about the just normal Chick-fil-A sauce. Say my pleasure. Yeah. That's the thing too. If we go to McDonald's and like we get nuggets or something, it's like you only get 1 sauce per 10 nuggets. And then if I ask for another sauce, they're like, that'll be 20 cents. You can go to Chick-fil-A and be like, hey, can I get 20 Chick-fil-A sauces for my 8 nuggets? And they're like, sure.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see
Sounds
you
good,
again
Oscar.
in such fine health. How can I be of service?
They never charge you for sauce there. They're only supposed to give a certain number of sauces per amount of nuggets. And some of the McDonald's go by it and some of them don't. There's one near us that is very strict about it. Sweet poop in a bottle. Is that like Genie in a bottle? That would have been a much different Christina Aguilera song. Poop in a bottle. Thank you for the follow. Being followed by poop in a bottle.
About the property deed of a glade near Vigigidor. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would
They
like.
give you 3 per 10?
But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
It's crazy,
Yes,
Reezy.
there
They
was a
won't do
time
that
we
here.
enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
So the McDonald's here, Reezy, there's 3 of them near us, and 2 of them are kind of strict about sauce, and one of them isn't. One of them will just give you whatever you want. But the 2 that are strict about the sauce, they'll give you 1 sauce packet per 6 nuggets. But you can have an infinite. What upsets me, how you doing, E-Tag, or what annoys me, is if I go up there and I'm like, can I have 1 more barbecue sauce? They're like, that'll be 20 cents. But I can go up there and get, 500 ketchup packets, right? I can run you out of business through your free, not really, through your free ketchup. But 1 more barbecue sauce. No, sir. Back of the line.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Yeah, I agree, Reezy.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access.
That one's good
to
too,
these
R-Squared, yeah.
lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Master.
Your steadfast
I will inform
loyalty
Dunkus of your
is
decision.
greatly appreciated.
Varth, thank you for the resub. Thank you, Varth. 11 sandwiches of Varth, 3 months. Varth, thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. It financially supports me and my family just the same as a normal sub. Thank you, Varth. How you doing tonight? Welcome in. Give me the barbecue sauce or I'm emptying the ketchup box. Your move, entry-level cashier. Hold dispenser into it. While never losing eye contact with them. My ketchup. But seriously, things like that annoy me because... And because maybe it's this elaborate plan. Because there's 3 of them, and 2 of them are stingy with the sauce, and 1 of them isn't. You know which one we go to? It's a little bit further. It's like slightly further away. By God, that's the McDonald's we go to. So, lick the ketchup dispenser? No way. Sauce again. Meal is 15. Yeah, that's crazy. I know we talked about that before. Yeah, I mean it's not the cashier, right? Because there's some like manager that come in. There's some like not even middle manager, lower manager that came in and griped at the store manager at that McDonald's or something. It's like, why are we going through so many sauces? For every $100 we make, we should only be using 10 sauces. And if you don't correct this, I'll find someone that will. You know. And then it goes down the line, and the cashiers have to do it. And the cashier who's making like minimum wage is like, I'm not gonna get fired and lose my income over giving someone an extra barbecue sauce. which is ridiculous, but that's how it ends up rolling down. Crap rolls down hill. Yeah, there we go, eggplant. Oh my god. Eggplant and I said we did a jinx. Steak sauce. It's fries, good. Don't need ketchup. Alright. We haven't sold stuff in a while. Let's go ahead and sell some stuff, and then we'll go out and do some more killing. So basically I'm going to take everything out of here that I don't see us using anytime soon. Or maybe even ever. And we're going to sell anything that we don't need. Some of these might actually be better than ours, though. I'm going to have to double check. Yeah, let's double check. Hang on. Can we see that compared to ours? Why doesn't R3 compare? I don't know if that's going to be better than ours or not. Let's take it out and find out. Play Borderlands 3 at all? Oh, sorry I missed that first message. Been playing so much Borderlands 3. My wife and I'll probably play it, but I don't know if I'll stream it or not. Triggered by ketchup haters. I don't care what people put on there. Food. Man, my nose is itching like crazy all of a sudden. I don't care what people put on their food. I'm very much live and let live, eat and let eat, play and let play. If you want to cover your... As long as it's not hurting me or someone, you're not forcing me to eat it. I might not agree with it as far as like also enjoy it or whatever, but I don't care. If you want to smother a $100 steak in ketchup, in Heinz ketchup, whatever. No skin off my back, as they say. But in every way, I thought 2 was a masterpiece. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. We'll leave this stuff in there. My wife and I played through the other Borderlands games. It's been a while, but we played through them all together. Off stream, of course. This was before I started streaming, I think. Before I started streaming like I do now, anyway. And I really enjoyed all the games. So I'm sure we'll play 3, but it's going to be a while. Gravy growing up. Learned to love it in the last 10 years. Oh, we had gravy all the time. Sausage gravy was the big one. Sausage or bacon gravy when I was a kid. I've always liked gravy. Sour sauce plus ketchup. McDonald's fries. It's a game worth playing. Heard mixed things. I don't really think so, E-Tag, honestly. The game's okay, but it's not a great game. It's in almost every way it suffers. Sweet mosquito. There's a mosquito that doesn't. I'm gonna do. You ready? No, I can't do it. Can't do it. Can't bring myself to make that joke. Mosquito, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate it, mosquito.
What can I do for you?
Biscuits and gravy, so good, yeah. Thank you, mosquito. Oh, I need to check our gear first.
The best forge in tier 3D.
Make sure we're wearing the best stuff.
Custom pieces made to order.
That helm is actually better, but I want to wear my unique helmet, but it's not better, so I'm gonna wear the better one, obviously. Still have a neck piece you can wear that's better. Thank you, mosquito. Thanks, Ivax. I mean, boo. There's a mosquito that doesn't suck. Boo. Everyone boo Ivax, who came up with that joke, and definitely not me. Thanks, Ivax. Gravy for breakfast. Everyone around here loves this is gravy. For something like chicken fried steak gravy, that's good too, yeah. So gray studded armor, definitely better than the war armor. She's already wearing better as well. Yeah. Yep. All right. So we'll sell stuff.
Oh, it's a great pleasure to see you again at the forge. What can I do for you?
Steak, potatoes, carrots, gravy for breakfast. Randall's coming up. God. Chicken fried steak and gravy is like such, like it's one of like, it's such a bad food for you. So when we go to IHOP, you know, like I said, it's my daughter's like favorite place to go eat. And so when I go to IHOP, I look through the menu and then I see that chicken fried steak and gravy. And I'm always like, well, I don't come here too often. So it's all right if I eat 2,200 calories in one meal, you know? It's fine. 1,700 sodium, no problem. It's not like I'm going to be doing this every week. Steak and gravy. I mean, sassing it. I'm saying it's amazing. It's terrible for you, but it tastes awesome. My daughter has started doing that too now, or started not eating that, but she started saying things like, why is everything bad for you so tasty? It's like, I'm sorry, child. I don't know why. If double bacon cheeseburgers were as healthy for you as salad, I'd be an Adonis at this point. Or at least healthy. Better do that every week. I gotta start buying something different. Lunch and supper, dinner. Salad sometimes. Pancake Fund is well funded. It is. Thanks to some sweet people. Haven't evolved all that much since we didn't get to, yeah. What do you call second and third meals of the day? It's pretty well unanimous. First meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But when I was growing up, especially my great grandmother's called dinner. Dinner was lunch. There was no lunch, so lunch was called dinner, and the last meal of the day was called supper. So it was breakfast, dinner, and supper to my great-grandparents. Calories are delicious. So how country you're feeling? Okay, so we're gonna put the extra crap that we didn't sell back in here, and then we're gonna go out and quest some more. That's what your family calls it? Breakfast, lunch, then supper was called either supper or dinner. Swapped names. That's how it was with like my mom. Like it seems like the further away from each generation removed from my great grandparents got closer to that. Breakfast, lunch, and then supper and dinner were interchangeable words. But my great grandmother was very much there was no lunch. Lunch was called dinner. So if they said dinner time, they meant about 1 p.m. You know, dinner time was about noon to 1 p.m., whereas supper time was like 6 or 7. Let's see. I'm gonna take this with me. I'm not gonna take a lot of them, but I'm gonna take like 2. That way, if we find a place that's that we can use those to blow open a hole or something, we'll do so. All right, we should be good to go out and quest again. So we're going to selling. All right, back on the road. So what's our main quest at the moment? Find the Tierna Harcadactus. That sounds like a Monster Hunter monster. The Cadactus? The Tobiachi? Okay, what is this one? Talk to Dunkus. Alright, that's the one we're gonna go do first. Oh, I should have just traveled from in here. My bad. Your girlfriend's great-grandma was English, so dinner was tea. Come on, let me through the door. Alright. Dunkus. So basically, what's going on here is these people got the natives to sign a contract, an agreement for use of this land, exclusive use for this land, but the natives didn't even know the language. They didn't know what they were signing, they didn't know the agreement, they didn't understand any of it, and the people just got them to sign it. So now it's caused this big problem, and of course, as the only person in the world that can be reasonable, we're here to solve the problem for everyone. But just tea was also tea. Did they do high tea? I didn't know what high tea was until like 2 weeks ago. High tea.
What brings you here on Manawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely, to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochreberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died after eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous Dawson tat.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochre berries...
We know that you are responsible for this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoixe to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own
Pretty close to
hands,
Toby's
you must
name, yeah.
deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the
I can see that, yeah.
We worked
I only played the beginning of Far Cry Primal. I think that's about where I stopped after the first meeting with the witch doctor.
But some Renoixe came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
Don't think so.
I'm
Yeah, I agree with Jerezi about iceberg lettuce. It's not. It's actually not all that nutritional either. I mean, obviously, eating iceberg lettuce is gonna be better for you than, you know, just eating a pan of bacon or something. But compared to like romaine or something, leafy greens, more leafy type greens. Bad lettuce you're buying. It's just that's iceberg. No matter where I've gotten it, when I've gotten it, and it's just not as nutrition rich as things like darker greens like romaine. You gonna lurk, or you're gonna lay down lurk rakes? Already rakes. Overly knee feels better. All right. We just, do we already have a travel thing set up to there? We can double check, I guess. If not, we're gonna have to leg it. Leg it in it. Yep, we do have one. You want a pan of bacon now? You collide with romaine. It does seem like romaine lettuce has that, like it's getting recalled like twice a year. We swapped? That's weird, Rix. Yeah, it's like twice a year. Got any romaine lettuce? Might be impacted. Recall romaine, yeah. Spinach. I like babies. I mean, I like spinach in salads too. Baby spinach preferably, because if you're gonna eat something, might as well be something young. Missed it again. Fresh spinach. Fresh baby spinach. Taken from its mother. What's this over here? There's a question mark. The tall trees. It's camp. Alright, so now we'll be able to fast travel here. Change out our party if we'd like to. Store items, etc. Like cooked spinach. I like cooked spinach if you have like the... If you take like baby spinach and you just throw it in a pan to just slightly wilt it with like, you know, some salt and pepper and garlic or something like that, I think that's pretty good. But I don't like cooking it down until it's like mush, which is what it seemed like everyone did when I was a kid. Hey Finn, welcome back. How did Finn? Should drive Oli. So good, homemade. Anything over here? No loot. No enemies. Just have some body left. Yeah, when I was a kid, and we would have like, you know, greens, mustard greens and stuff. My grandmother liked to just cook it until it was a mush, and I hated it. But those same things that are just, you know, wilted in the pan, much better, in my opinion. So tomorrow's Friday. Having a sandwich for dinner. Can't be bothered. What kind of sandwich? Sandwiches are good, man. We've had lots of subs here tonight. All in celebration of sandwiches. Bacon. Or cook some of your veggies. I don't know. I wonder if there was something to it, you know? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe back when that was done more often, it was more of a, we need to cook this long enough to kill all the germs sort of thing. Like, people were getting sick on undercooked spinach, so now we boil the crap out of it until it's just mush. And then it, even after advancements, carried over. I have no idea. Oreos are a sandwich. Another campsite. Okay. I gotta remember to kill the foxes. I keep forgetting that we, until it's too late, until they're running away from me, that we have a quest to kill 4. I don't know if we can just kill them anywhere, or if it's specific.
Sorry, this is private.
That is the reason?
I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine
British
is
food.
doomed.
Boil the crap out of it.
It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
You got a large bush of them, and the hurricane blew all your mustard greens away? You always overcook yours. Alright. Wait, hang on, I didn't see the last thing you said.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
What was the very last thing?
Sorry,
I didn't do it.
this is private.
Okay, let's take a look at this. Okay, there's a place we can sneak, of course.
These people are reckless imbeciles.
There's always a place to sneak.
Again in such a dangerous place.
All the leaves are shredded off.
The Night's must not have taken us seriously.
rural country. Didn't know what a proper steak was until moved out. That's kind of like me, actually. When I was a kid, my mom would make steak. It was so chewy. And that's how she had it growing up, too. They'd put it on a grill, and they would cook it until it was charred on the outside. And they loved it that way. They loved it that way. And they would get upset with me when I wouldn't eat very much of it. When I was like, you know, I'd have to friggin' take the steak like they were pills or something. I had to like cut off a little piece, put it in my mouth, chew a little bit, and then swallow it whole. So how to cook, yeah. Is this not? I thought this was definitely gonna be the way. I should have been paying attention to what they said instead of talking about food. So I'm playing we're doing warrior. So heavy weapon warrior. Here we go.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
I just ran too fast by this part is all. So how you doing, Minizot? Yeah, I'm going two-handed warrior mainly. I mean, we do one-handers too, but basically heavy weapons. We've gotten high enough level now that I also have grabbed the heal and the roll. For the most part.
Those reckless fools.
Just heavy weapons.
Resumed operations in the mine.
The Monisinaga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Corsillon. I hope that our nation is not involved in this business.
So I thought I was going the right way. It was just that I ran by the quest checkpoint too fast, I guess. Yeah, I'm the same way, Rakes. I don't like steaks super rare, but the ones I had when I was a kid were just cooked until they were chewy beyond really eating. And so I would literally cut off like a small piece and chew it up as much as I could and like swallow that little piece whole. And I was like, man, why are people obsessed with steak? Steak's terrible. Like, that's how I was when I was little. I didn't know a steak could be tender until later on in life, you know? Okay, so we gotta go back up to the very top floor in here. Report this to him. So we just went all the way around or across the country, literally just to listen on one person and come all the way back. Up, up, up we go.
Sir de Corsillon.
The Sade, my young student. What can I do for you?
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods. But we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry. We'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsillon.
Please take out of a steakhouse. I don't usually get steak anywhere either. Not, well, I don't get steak anywhere. Mainly, but for me, it's mainly price point. Basically, price point that's limiting, not necessarily because I don't trust the place. And then we don't really have it at home. I know I could, like, stuff here. I could have a late night snack of a steak, right? Just for me. Oh, crap. Which level is that? The lower. Yeah, same place. Same place as before. But my wife and my daughter don't really like steak either. So I end up just not having it. Cheaper and better at home in general. Night steak? No, never. Whoop, wrong way. Night steak. Cooked in a pan full of butter and herbs. Man, I don't know. I'm getting so hungry on the street tonight. We've been talking about food now for like 3 hours. Oh, what about this drunk proposal, by the way? I didn't comment on that because I was listening to the story stuff during that. How'd this go? How'd this go down, stuff? Property deed of an old mining plot belonging to Master Mallards. This document is written in legal jargon. It is property deed belonging to Master Maillard. It concerns some land situated in the Quinvar region, including an old mine. The document was signed by Madame de Morange. You will need her help to understand all its legal subtleties.
You can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them.
Well, yeah, I know she's super drunk,
exactly
but
what they say.
Oh, look, incriminating evidence in the exact same pile that the other one was in. Lucky us. Or a trash can and puke in. She needed true love. Tie sandwich with local bakery. I don't think you told me. I've never made homemade potato chips. Did you fry them or bake them? Steak, buttered salt, take garlic, mushrooms, broccoli. God, I'm so hungry.
Good day, dear sir. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
I have to look up, like, is there anywhere near me open at 3 a.m. that serves, like, burgers or something?
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of
baking
land
would be blasphemy.
by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigyigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet the mine which was located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Alright, so we're already in New Serene. Open until 4 a.m. and open at 10 a.m. I think I remember you mentioned that before. We don't have too many people. So it's kind of interesting because Indianapolis and like the metro area for it is like, I don't know, 1.2 million people or something, right? Something like that. Include the suburbs. But yeah, there's like so few places that are open late. So sometimes I will get done with the stream at like 3 or 4 a.m. and I'm like, God, I don't feel like making anything. I don't want friggin' cereal. I wish there was something open nearby that I could just go grab. But there's really not very much open around here. You need Goddess. Thank you for hanging out for so long. Have a good night. Hopefully we didn't make you too hungry. Have a good night, Goddess. The bar pub. Yeah. I remember that.
Master Maillard,
Who's asking?
De Sardet, I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand.
Awesome stuff.
It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous, and you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young man. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, sir. Best wishes to your cousin.
It's good stuff. Glad you guys are happy. Arrest him. It's kind of what I was thinking too. Like, this is New Serene. This is the capital city of the congregate on this island, and we are royalty of the congregation. So this guy literally just was talking about bribing and you know, mining somewhere that he wasn't supposed to, where it was actually forbidden, and not only mining where he's not supposed to, but employing, or not employing, that would be workers, but using slaves to mine the place that he's not supposed to, and then when he's confronted, he's like, I'll just pay you off, it'll be fine, you'll see. It's like, shouldn't we have some authority ourselves as a legate, as royalty, as third in line to rule? That's a good way to put it, Matt. Self fries, 15. It's so crazy to me. 2 burger platters, 17. $3 for delivery. It's crazy. It's so crazy that your McDonald's like $15 and $20 for a meal there.
Sir de Corsilion.
De Sardet, my young student, what can I do for you?
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract.
Ooh, get wrecked, guy.
Against the natives, he's banished from this island.
Whoa, finally.
This decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
It really feels like we should be able to do that, though, right? It feels like, as royalty, we should be in a position to at least, instead of just investigate to try to get that stuff done, that we should be able to dictate some of that stuff, but at least it is turning out this way. So, this guy is now going to be stripped of all of his lands and banished from the island. This Duban is a solid guy? Yeah. Duban. Died. I still say that the artwork, the art within the game is one of the better parts. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I really like this. And they did a good job on the texture. Like, it looks like it's painted. It's really cool. A lot of detail for paintings within a game. Like that. You like man dude more than this dude man guy? Yeah, dude man guy is a little... Dude man guy a little wishy-washy, I would say. The wishy-washy dude man guy. Alright, back to the mine. There's no textures, like the real thing. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that. It's a nice detail. That's what I'm saying, like... But here's the thing. Like, yeah, the graphics are nice. I'm sure, I don't know, it was a 40-man team. It seemed like the other night that there were some people in here telling me that I shouldn't complain about quality things in the game because only 40 people made it. I don't care how many people made it. I don't care if there's a one developer, or if there's 400 or 40 or 4,000. It doesn't matter. There are some amazing games that a single person created. So I understand that the team was small in the scope of this kind of game. I don't view it as an excuse. The quality of the game is the quality of the game. It doesn't matter how many people made it. Stardew, yeah, Rimworld.
Sorry, this is private.
Both one person.
I cannot allow you to enter.
I don't need your authorization.
That's what I was thinking too, Matt.
An eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Excellent, from Your Excellency. Oh, what do you know? He's just standing here waiting for me.
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sir de Corsilion on behalf of my cousin.
How do you get here so fast?
The fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tearfredi.
Hang on.
Impossible. By what right?
Didn't What's-His-Face say that he would let him know?
Watch out! Grenade! I need it! I need it!
Lay down for realsy this time. Already rakes. Lindy feels better. I hit the button. I hit the button.
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas.
Black and pepper box. Captain's thick gloves. Some thick. Have enough writers and or editors for the story. Yeah, I agree. Or they did, but not enough time. They didn't have enough hours spent. Man hours in one way or another. Murder the governor's cousin. That would make life less problematic, yeah. Don't worry, the governor's dying too, so. Ooh. I mean, it's not as good as ours, but gray-studded armor. Might be after we socket it. Danger of dying. Yeah, maybe. The game is it polished? Yeah, I agree. That's what I've been telling people too. This game might be worth picking up for like 20 to 30 bucks, but at the moment it's a bit overpriced for what it is. Chase the men away from the mine and free the slaves. Chase the men away from the mine. So 2 different areas. Okay. You're free. Alright, well, apparently you gotta open the door yourself. That's all I can do is get rid of that piece of wood. Wait, they could have gotten rid of that piece of wood. I mean, these guys would have killed him. Oh, was there a loot back there? Loot. Lockpicking too? Yes. Yes. Saber of the Sea People. Whoa. A strength of 5? Holy crap. 331 damage one-hander. And that's not including sockets. Wow, that's pretty good, but we don't have... That's the first time we haven't had enough strength to wear a strength-based weapon. Hey, Callie girl, welcome back. How you doing, Callie? Are you in from work again? This game also daily supported... Supposed to be in French? I'm not sure. I said that was my suspicion, but the more I look at the mouth animations, it just isn't how people talk in any language. It's like they're trying to use their teeth too much. It's like they're... It's like when you have those, you know, Uncanny Valley robots with like the skin or the fake skin missing around the teeth, and they try to talk, and it's just like the chatterbox sort of thing. Like an axe icon? Yeah, it is an axe, but it's called. Down at Vulture filled day, turned into finding a sick kitten. Get taken care of. Well, that's nice, at least. I mean, not that it was sick, but
fear. You are free. And
you're racking up the karma.
We must believe that not all Lugir blow or alike.
He is an Almanawi. That's why he understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
So it's somewhere safe now, Callie, or are you going to keep it? Alright. Chips, it's part of the family now. Oh, okay. What kind of cat? Or, you know, just like colors and stuff. We have 3 cats. Oh, I need to put this in the box. Saber of the Sea People. An axe. 5 strength, one-handed, heavy weapon axe. I don't know. That might end up better than ours after we socket it. It's gonna be... I think it's the exact same, actually. Yeah, it's the same type of armor, too. Same quality. Yeah, it's gonna be the same. Thick gloves. Thick gloves. Saber or axe? Axes are not sabers. I don't know if they were thinking that was like a clever thing, like the sea people don't use sabers, so this is their kind of saber. But it doesn't work. 2 others that are little orange buttheads. We have an orange and white tabby named Ares. Luke and Leia, brother and sister. Do they sometimes kiss? Just like the movie. For the theme, we named her Jin. Gotcha.